Hi, this is the long awaited frequently asked questions. I kept saying I was going to do it, so now it's finally here. I'm going to place this video on my channel on the front page. So if you have any questions, don't be offended when I just send you to my home page. Anyways, I'll get straight into it. And to make things easier, since I'm going to be answering quite a lot of questions, I'm just gonna put the question as well as the time that I answer it within the video in the description box. So just have a look there. There's something that you're waiting for, but you don't necessarily want to watch the video, because I can guarantee this is going to be quite a long video. So I'll just get straight into it. First question: when did you start your locks? I started my locks on July 15th, 2007. So July this year is going to be 4 years that I've had my locks. What length did I start my locks at? I started my locks at about, I think it was about 2 inches, 2 to 3 inches. I did cut my hair off. I never straightened my hair or anything like that or permed it, but I had a lot of split ends and my hair was dry and damaged, and my natural hair, the loose curls, never grew, so I just got fed up and I cut off my hair, and then I started fresh. And yeah, the rest is history basically. How did you start? I started my locks initially with comb coils. I just went to the salon and she did some gel gel comb coils. So she just put lots of gel on it and she coiled it using like a fine tooth comb. Those didn't last very long. After about a week, they started to unravel, and I just used the same parts that she had on my hair and I braided them. So technically, I did start my hair with braid locks. Why did I start locks? And what is your inspiration for locks? The reason I started locks was because I always wanted my own long hair, and not a hair that I can say, I went to the shop and I bought it, so it's mine. That is my hair. If someone say, "Is that your hair?" This is all my hair. This is all mine. And I love getting asked that question because I can be like, yes, it's all mine. I've never had long hair, but I feel long hair suits me. It suits my face. I like the versatility of it because I can do, braid outs. I can do, really spine curls. I can do big waves. I can do, bantu knots. I can just leave it hanging down and do a ponytail. I can do a big updo. There's so much I can do with my hair. And I feel with locks, it's pretty much the same as having long loose hair, because there's so much you can do with it. So that's why I decided to do locks. Then on top of that, my sister and my mother had locks before me, so watching them and on their journeys, and I was like, you know what, I can do this too. So that's why I started locks. And my inspiration for locks, I would have to say, well, there's two answers to that. Narissa Irvin, she's a black model. She's, I believe, from Jamaica, and I just think her locks are so beautiful. I'll add a link to her picture below. And I mean, from the time I saw her, I was like, wow, like who would have thought that locks are so beautiful? And there's this one picture that she has where like her locks are just framing her body. I don't know, but I was like, if I swung that way, I would definitely hit it. And no homo, but seriously, like, I just think her locks are beautiful and I love her. And then, in terms of inspiration linked to why I started it, I remember my sister linked me to a video from Cheska Locks, and she linked me because, she was like, oh, this girl is funny, she made me laugh. But that was before I had locks. But then watching the video, I think she was doing perm rods, and I was like, she can do that with her hair. That's amazing. And so she was the first person I think I saw on YouTube with locks that used to do so many styles. So those are the two people that inspired me to start locks, other than, my sister and my mother. And let's see, what is your goal length? My goal length would be right below my boobs or bra strap length. I'm not too sure if I will grow it past that. I will only know when I reach there, but I don't know. My hair is a bit heavy now. It's not too heavy, but when my hair is wet, it does feel heavy, and I can't imagine maintaining my hair myself if it gets much longer than that. Hopefully, by the time it does reach that length, I'll be earning enough money that I can afford to go to the salon every other week, and then someone can maintain it for me. So then maybe I will grow it past, my shoulder blades. But for now, my goal length is just below there. I'm so happy with the length now, but every now and then I'm thinking, oh, I can't wait till it's that long. Oh, I can't wait till it's that long. Um, my current length, the longest one on my head is just here at the front. It's one of these here. It's not at its longest point, but it is just over 12 inches, because basically it's longer than this ruler right here when it's fully stretched out. So like, when I just finish washing my hair, it's longer than this ruler, and this is a standard 12-inch ruler. Let's see. Will you ever cut your hair? I think there's a possibility that I would, because like I said, I do have a goal length, and I don't see myself having super long locks. And I feel after I have my hair at that length for a few years, I might say, you know what, I like when my hair was that length, and I might cut my hair back to the length it is now, for instance. So I think, never say never, but it's definitely a possibility that I might cut my hair, into a style or something like that in the future. Any regrets or mistakes? And there were quite a few mistakes, but I've learned from them. In terms of regrets, the only regret I have is that I started sooner. In high school, my hair was a hot mess. I was practically the only girl in school with natural hair. I didn't do much to it. I just had cornrows and braids, and cornrows and braids, because my hair wasn't long enough to fit in a ponytail on its own. So I was always doing something with it, which is why I think my hair, the ends broke off anyways, which led me to cut it in the first place. But like I said, my only regret is that I didn't start sooner. I wish I started, back in high school. My hair would be so much longer now. But other than that, everything was something that I had to learn, and I had to find out for myself. Because, for example, I've mentioned it many times before, I had one or two locks that I didn't like the shape of it. I thought it was too thick. So I just took my scissors like this, and I cut it like that. So not just cutting off fuzz, but I actually cut into the lock, like big chunks. I cut all my lock. So then, after I cut it off, I was like, yeah, that looks better. I gave it a little palm roll to kind of give it a bit of shape and everything, and it was fine until I washed my hair. And then when I washed my hair, I think I lost about 5 locks that way, because when you cut your hair, especially vertically, you are breaking the bond of the hair. Because, for example, if the hair is probably interlocked like that, and you cut it along the side, that bond is just broken. So my hair just these clumps just fell off when I finished washing my hair. But that was very early on. That was within the first year of locking my hair. So luckily you can't really see them, and they blended in quite nicely. So there was that issue, and then there was the issue with products, the Jamaica Mango and Lime. I bought that because pretty much everybody uses that. It seems to be a well-recognized product, so I figured why not. But that product gave me so much build-up, and in a way, since everybody was using it, I just kind of refused to believe it. So I kept using it and kept using it, and it got to the point where I would wash my hair about 3 times, and if I squeezed my lock, it was all this white stuff. You could still see it within the lock. So my mother, she held me over the sink, and she was scrubbing my hair like she was scrubbing, clothes and stuff like that. It would not come out. The only thing that made my hair finally feel, unclogged was when I started doing the apple cider vinegar rinses. And I think another thing about the Jamaica Mango and Lime, since I couldn't get it out, my hair felt very stiff. So when I washed my hair, it just felt like rope. So if you try to squeeze rope, there's nothing much to squeeze, especially if it's a big thick rope. But now my hair doesn't have any buildup. When I wash my hair, it's so spongy and soft. So like I said, it was just something I learned, that that product is not for my hair. But it's not something that I would say I would regret, because I had to find out one way or the other. So I know my sister uses that a lot. Apples and mustard, for example, she uses that, and she's quite popular here on YouTube, but it doesn't work for me. I mean, it's the same with gels. I can't name all of them now, but quite a few gels, gave me flakes while other people swear by it. So, and that brings me to the next question. What products do you use? I don't use that many products. For washing my hair, at the moment I use Herbal Essences clarifying shampoo, but I use that every other wash. I don't use it every time, and then every time I wash my hair, I use BO5 essential oils. That one is quite nice, and when I started using it, I noticed a difference immediately. It has about 7 different oils in there to moisturize your hair. Other than that, I mean, I'm not too loyal with shampoos. I just, I just buy whatever is there, whatever is on sale. So I'm not too loyal with that. So I may not be the best person to ask for that. For my gel, at the moment I'm using this one, the Organics Africa's Best Olive Oil Twist and Lock Gel. But I use this or I use Organic Root Stimulator. I like both of them. I don't favor one over the other, but I use those two gels. They're very, very light. They're not heavy at all. They don't flake, and they're really cheap. This one was $1.99, and I think the Organic Root Stimulator is like £2.60. So it's just about just 60, 70 pence more than the other. And let's see. Occasionally, I use the Lotta Body Setting Lotion, but not that much because I find my hair seems to hold curls more or less the same amount of time whether I use the setting lotion or not. But I mean, let me see what else. Oh, my spritz. I made one, and I just use water, jojoba oil, just a few drops of peppermint oil, and some vegetable glycerin, and that's it. I started making my own spritz only because I couldn't be bothered to keep ordering it online. I used to use the juices and berries from Oyen Handmade, and I love it. Love the smell, love everything about it. But they're only based in the US, and I used to buy it in bulk. And if you buy it in bulk, they charge me customs for it. So it was getting a bit annoying, and if I missed the delivery, I had to go down to the depot. So it was a bit of an inconvenience. So I just decided to start making my own spritz. And jojoba oil, let me tell you, that is like one of the best oils for moisturizing your hair. My hair just feels like wool right now. So yeah, that's pretty much it for products. I don't use too many products on my head. And okay, what is your favorite style? This is one of them right here. The braid out. It's so easy. It's so dead simple, very quick. And another thing I like about it is, as your hair is setting or as it's drying, that's another style in its own. When your hair is shorter, not so much, but as your hair gets longer, when you braid it, it's long enough to look like it's a style, and it falls quite nicely. So my hair has reached that length now where when I do a braid out, I can go to the cinema, I can go wherever. I can even go to work with it like that, leave it in for a whole week, and then the next week, you have your nice curls like how I have now. Another one that is very close to the top favorite style is a bantu knots. I did that tutorial. You can watch that here. And I like that one. It's similar to the braid out in that as your hair sets, that can be another hairstyle. However, it's a bit uncomfortable to sleep in because it's those big bumps on your head. But I do love that hairstyle. I love the results. So I would say it's those two that are my favorite styles. Okay, how do you maintain your hair? This is gonna be quite, I don't want to say long because I don't do that much to my hair, but there's so many aspects of it. I'll just start with washing my hair. I wash my hair every 2 weeks, and before, when I worked in a restaurant, it was a bit difficult to wash it exactly every 2 weeks since it wasn't like I had every weekend off. I would have a Monday off and then a Thursday, and then I would work like 10 days straight and then have a Tuesday off, and then I would have a Sunday off. So it was very difficult. So it's, don't worry too much if you can't wash it exactly every 2 weeks. You can wash it every 3 weeks, every 4 weeks, every 1.5 weeks. It doesn't matter. Just do what works for you and your schedule. So I wash my hair every 2 weeks. Now that I work in reservations, I do have a more friendly schedule, so I do pretty much wash it every 2 weeks. And let's see, I just wash it about twice. First wash, you have to wash it at least twice, because the first wash you don't usually get that good a lather. Second wash you get quite a good lather. I can't really be bothered to do 3 lathers because my hand is be hurting me, stuff like that. So I usually just do 2 really good lathers, and that's it. I towel dry my hair, and then I retwist it every time I wash it. So every 2 weeks I do retwist my hair. um let me see what else is there. I let my hair air dry 99% of the time. So I wash my hair first thing in the morning and let it air dry. Blow drying your hair every time or sitting under like a hot dryer or something like that is not very healthy for your hair, because the hot air is a bit drying for your hair. So I do that, retwist every 2 weeks. I don't retwist in between that at all. I just put gel on it, and that's pretty much it. Every Before, it used to be every month I would interlock my hair, but I can't remember the last day I interlocked my hair. No particular reason, because I do like interlocking my hair. When I do interlock, I interlock everything except the first 2 rows, and then I don't. When I wash it, I don't retwist the back. I just leave it interlocked because the roots are tight. Don't need to retwist, and I just retwist the front because I prefer how it looks when the front is retwisted, versus interlocking, because the roots can look a bit bumpy and strange. Let's see. Um, I think that is it for the questions for now. If you have any other questions, just ask as usual. If I do get quite an alarming amount of questions, I will definitely make a FAQ part 2, or I'll just try to answer them, on the comments straight away, and I'll try my best to do that. So I will talk to you guys later. I hope I've helped, and I hope I've answered all of your questions. I will talk to you guys later. Bye bye.